Well, we made it. Hold on, let me fix this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Week one. Let me just make sure the chat box is in both. Oh. We finished week one of the NFL season. Um, I'm absolutely fucking stunned at what went on tonight. It's one of the craziest. I had such high hopes for Ben Johnson. I had such high hopes for the Bears with Caleb Williams. I really felt like Ben Johnson was going to turn things around. I really felt like Ben Johnson, you know, was this evil genius that, would carry the Bears into a new era where, and again, I'm not a Bears fan. I got no attachment other than the fact that I bet on them tonight. Um, I cannot believe what I watched. That was one of the worst management of a game I've ever seen. Genuinely, I'm sitting here still in shock at how miserable Ben Johnson's clock management was at the end of the game. I don't get it. I don't understand how something like that occurs. I don't understand how you can I feel like clock management should be one of the biggest requirements for a coach to be able to do well and be able to succeed at. I've played enough Madden. We've all played enough Madden in our life that we understand how to work our timeouts, work the clock. I don't get it. I don't understand what Ben Johnson was doing. I don't understand what the fucking who his analytics guys are, who could possibly be in his ear, talking to him and giving him all the advice of whatever. I just they totally botched the end of that game. And again, I don't think the Bears would have won the football game by any means, but they would have at least had some sort of a shot. They would have had a chance in hell with, I don't know. I'm stunned. It does not take a rocket scientist. Jessica Wood, how are we? How we doing? It was just an incredible. The whole situation was just completely fucking botched, in my opinion. Ben Johnson might be a big dumb idiot. We will be confirming or denying shortly. Just unbelievable, unreal. I can't believe what I watched tonight. Seriously, I've never seen such poor management, such piss poor clock management like I saw tonight. Hold on, move this over. There we go. That now it's in the picture. I don't think Botrix does anything. Botrix is always here, and I don't think Botrix actually does anything of value. But anyway, so football first week one's done. I don't know, really big takeaways from week one. I felt like there's a wide open field of teams that could possibly make the playoffs this year. I feel like it's a little bit more spread out in terms of I think there's some really good teams at the top. Obviously, you got teams like the Eagles. My son plays football. Nice. Like the Eagles in the NFC, I feel like the Eagles are kind of even though the Cowboys look pretty good, the Eagles it felt like they sleptwalked through that game and still found a way to win. So I feel like the Eagles are really one of those top tier organizations right now. Looking at the AFC, the Bills coming back to beat the Ravens. Colts win. Yeah, I mean the Colts dominated the Dolphins. I knew the Dolphins weren't going to be very good this year. I don't think I realized just how bad they could possibly be. The Colts absolutely destroyed them, absolutely, chewed them up and spit them out. It was unbelievable. But what are you going to do? Go Pack, go. We got Packers fans in here. Pack fan, I'd feel really good about your Packers. I felt like the Packers were probably, I would say, in my opinion, the most impressive team of week one. They dominated the Lions in every aspect of that football game. The Packers defense, even with Micah Parsons on a bit of a pitch count, looked fantastic. I have high hopes for the Packers this year. I think the Packers looked very good. Truly. I felt like the Packers were one of the more pleasant surprises. Daniel Jones might be a decent quarterback for the Colts. He looked good. Dude, Daniel Jones looked great. I thought Daniel Jones looked fantastic, but I also think the Dolphins are bad. But it's got to be a little bit. It's a little bit of both. I think the Colts have a little more talent than I probably even thought. I think Daniel Jones, I maybe he found something. Maybe he's comfortable in a system for the first time. But man, he looked good. The Colts look good. The fucking Dolphins look like they're gonna win one game this year. I feel great about our team, as you should. You absolutely should feel good about the Packers this year, 100%. You have a giant cap. Yeah, it's not that big. It's not as big as I would have wanted it to be, but it's on my head. It fits. It's the only hat that fits my giant fucking head with my giant brain in here. That's really what it comes down to. Hold on. I gotta keep an eye on TikTok. All right, never mind. Guys, if you don't follow me on TikTok, I'm gonna put the link up here. Let me add the text real quick. Not the link. Shout outs to Steelers. Oh, fucking Steelers. Giants gonna catch the Mets too. You know what? At this point, the Mets have completely broken me. I'm done. I've been broken as a Met man. The Mets have completely broken me. I do a lot of stuff on TikTok now as well, guys. If you guys ever want to check me out over there, that's it. TikTok at Flavor Flay. Pretty simple. Oh wait, that's only in one stream. Fuck. All right, whatever. Giants gonna catch. Yeah, no. I don't know if the Giants are gonna catch the Mets. The Mets have been playing the least inspired baseball. It's crazy to me. The whole season, the Mets, I've been saying it every single fucking week. Just start playing inspired baseball for once. Go out there and actually give some effort. Never seems like they do. Dolphins fan got so pissed to the point they are saying Tua was never the guy and they made a mistake not drafting Herbert. I don't think Tua was ever the guy. I honestly think the Dolphins team was so good around Tua Tagovailoa that I've watched the Dolphins. I've seen the Dolphins every year. Obviously, they're in our division. I've never thought Tua Tagovailoa was anything special. I feel like he was very much in the system. He had all these fast wide receivers. The idea was to get these guys out in space and allow them to work with their speed in the open field. I've never been very high on Tua to begin with, and I think it's showing this year how bad he is. Play, I have something to ask that's not sports. Go for it. Ask whatever. You can ask me whatever. We can talk whatever here. We literally, it's a wide open forum here. I don't really care. We don't have to just talk sports. It's Tua turn the ball over now. That's one of the best nicknames in sports. Tua turn the ball over is fucking hilarious. The Dolphins are doo-doo. The Dolphins are miserable. The Dolphins are so bad. You can ask me whatever. We don't have to just talk sports here, guys. If you want to come in here and ask something else, this is an open forum. We discuss whatever. I was just watching football, so that's what I made the title. We don't have to talk sports. All right, you know what, little bro? There's no fucking way. You keep telling me you're 24 years old, and there's just absolutely no way. Luckily, I can do this. Hold on a minute, guys. You're going to see little bro disappear for 15 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to ban you. But take it fucking easy. Josh Allen is fucking him. I mean, that was incredible. That was absolutely insane what happened last night. I didn't mean anything. Take it down a notch. Cool Rancher, Nacho Doritos, Nacho. I think Nacho Doritos are the best. Okay, so my ex just texted me again saying he was sorry and wants to be friends. Should I text back? No. It depends what happened. What went on between you and your ex? Lil bro is back from Iran. Lil bro went to Iran for a while. It depends. I think if you guys just broke up and it's I would say usually when you break up with somebody, there's usually a good reason. If they broke up with you, I wouldn't personally. I've never had a good experience with, getting back with an ex. I only had one ex, so it didn't work out. I don't know. Usually you move on for a reason. OnlyFans is fired. Damn. Top 5 tight ends? I have no idea. I have no idea. Top 5 tight ends. I am not I think the number 1 tight end is probably Who even like tight ends are so weird now. I don't even know who is a good tight end this year. But yeah, I mean, as a whole, like, how have I been? Dude. I've been here. I've been doing this. I'm officially 2 weeks out where I go back to work and it's over with. I'm just finishing up physical therapy. My strength is back. I have a little bit of pain. We're almost there. Bro, I was tweaking today in school. I had like 3 Mio energy drinks in school and my attention span was off the rock. Damn. Top 5 quarterbacks. I don't know. It's tough. Top 5 quarterbacks. I guess you got to put Josh Allen. It's going to be Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields. No, I don't know. He left me after ghosting me, and then we were friends because he got a new girlfriend, told me he was holding me back in life after I told him I still loved him, and then ghosted me and blocked me. Yeah, definitely don't answer him. That's somebody that has a problem. I like stuff like that never works out. If I were you, I would never talk to him again. Connor, what's up, man? Chris Boswell is the Steelers MVP. Fucking 60-yard field goal would have been good from like 90 yards. That was like, ugh. I don't even want to think about it. That was miserable. That was absolutely fucking miserable. The Jets had no business losing that game. Definitely don't be friends with this ex. Don't be friends. Don't talk to them. Nothing. Dogs or cats? I like both. I don't have an issue with cats by any means, but I'm definitely more of a dog person. I think they're both great. I've had a cat. I've had a dog. Cats are cool because they're very independent and they're not a lot of work. But dogs are like so much friendlier. Jets are ass. I don't think you watched the game. The Jets actually look pretty good. Key that ex's car. I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. Bro, junior high football team got their ass clapped today. I hope it's not like Sandusky. But no. Our junior high football team got our ass clapped today. Damn. What happened? What was the score? Because that could have a lot of different meanings there, Connor. I'm just saying, like, as long as it's not like you're not talking like Sandusky ass shit, like. Okay, so wait, hold on. Okay, so that is a note that that ex so Sandusky, like Jerry Sandusky. I had to say it. Like he's like our junior high football team got their ass clapped. It's like I was like, what do you mean by that? Okay, so that is a no to that ex. So I have a other thing to ask about another ex that is trying to come back in my life again. Bro, what the fuck? How many exes do you have? But yeah, ask. So we're keying cars now? Apparently we got there's 2 different exes coming back into the picture. I just got to ask, what is the male equivalent of flowers? Like getting flowers? I don't know. Probably like a gift card to DraftKings. Bro, I'm proud of the Vikings winning tonight against the Bears because I'm a fan of the Vikings too. Nice. Keying cars is a bitch move. Never key a car. Keying cars is so fucked up. I had somebody wrap my car in saran wrap and put ketchup inside the saran wrap. That's the worst that has ever been done to my car. That was a girl like ghosted. That was like this girl. I hooked up with her like one time, and I think she thought it was more than what it was. Clearly, she wrapped my car was my car was white at the time too, so it was just covered in fucking ketchup. That was not fun. Nothing about that was fun. And 3 of them are trying to come back. Yeah, usually when it's an ex, there's a reason for it. I don't know. I guess if you like them, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I've always been of the belief of just moving on. I've seen some funny bathroom humor. Let's hear it. I had to define a torpedo. I'm going to go back to college, by the way. Fuck yeah, little bro. Good for you. I think that's always a good idea. I have a tuxedo cat. His name is Buster. Nice. I have to say, logic class is logic class? There's a class called logic? Don't like what I went to school for. I was bad at it. Listen, there's always time, man. You only got one life to live. Do whatever you think is going to be productive. I think going back to school is a great move. It said send pictures of your shit with a phone number on. Oh, dude. Somebody got absolutely fucked up with that. I'm going to go back and be a computer programmer. Lil bro, great industry to get into. If I were you, find a way to get into, like, learn about AI and shit and AI programming. Fucking Facebook, all these companies are hiring AI programmers for so much money. If you could figure out how to do that, that's phenomenal. I set mine, as you should. You know, it says it right on the wall. For whoever does dumb shit to cars are idiots, I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, never mess with somebody's car, man. It's the most fucked up thing you can do. Dude, little bro, that's the industry. If you're going into college right now, I would tell everybody to do the same thing. Get into like some sort of AI programming because these companies are paying AI programmers ridiculous amounts of monies, I just said. What the fuck is wrong with me? Money to work for their companies. Every company's trying to get ahead in AI, so they're trying to scoop up every single fucking programmer they can. I know you always complain about the Jets and how bad it is to be a fan. What has historically been their problem? Where do I even begin, Cooper? Jeez. Just nothing can go right. Okay, so this ex is trying to come back after he cheated on me. All right, I've already seen enough. Don't even talk to him. Stellar Lumen. Stellar's to the moon, baby. Stellar's going to make us $1 billion. But being an AI programmer, they're hiring like off the street for like $200,000 a year. Yeah, no, that immediately, the second I saw it cheated on, leave that alone. My dad's car keeps getting keyed because he has a sheriff sticker on his car. So take it off. Is he a sheriff? Arch Manning is a dump truck? Dude, there's something wrong with him. He's clearly hurt. Like, there's something going on with Arch Manning that's, like, bigger than whatever the problem is. Every time he throws the ball, he's grimacing in pain. I hope nothing's wrong. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to begin with what's wrong with the Jets. There's a million things. He's a sheriff's deputy? Okay, so then that's different, but I guess people really don't like the cops. I think that's a normal thing nowadays. I don't think it's worth keying anybody's car. I think that's just stupid, but I guess to each their own, I would say. I'd have to. Okay, so no to him too. Absolutely no to him. I'd say more so no to him than the first one. Half the time, people are still trying to keep up with their car payments, and if someone fucks with their car, someone will be pissed. Yeah. No, for sure. Thing is that sticker gets you out of crap. Yeah, it's got its benefits, obviously, Connor. I've thought about getting a fucking sheriff sticker for my car just because, like, I don't have any connection, but, like, you know, you stick a fucking badge on the back. As long as it's not, like, an official anything. Like, you're not, like, impersonating, but, you know, probably get away with a little more stuff. Like, cops don't pull over cops over minor offenses, which is a fucked up thing, by the way. All right, just got done showering. What conversations have I missed? Nothing crazy. Somebody asked me what's wrong with the Jets and why they're such a bad organization. I told them I don't have enough time. Like, I'd have to sit here till fucking tomorrow night if I was going to explain every single thing. No, it is, Connor. I mean, nobody should be above the law. I think that's a little bit nuts. It's like, Jets will do better than Miami. The Jets are probably going to do better than the Patriots, too. I think the Jets are better than both of them. The Dolphins are just really, really bad. Definitely worth it. Yeah, I don't know. I'd literally have to talk to you guys. I'd have to be talking nonstop, probably until about 9:30 p.m. And I'm not doing that. Let's all pitch in and buy the Jets. Sure, little bro, you put down the down payment. I'll go tell them we're in. Why do the Mets fucking suck? They're playing uninspired, Derek. I don't know what's going on. And I've been saying this literally since May. I've been saying it every single day since about May. That this Mets team, they're so talented. Like, you look at this roster on paper, this Mets team is extremely talented. If they fucking put a little bit of effort out there, if they figured it out a little bit, this is a dangerous baseball team. The problem is, there's a lot of issues going on. Lindor's been very hit or miss this year. Soto's been an MVP candidate. He's been fine. Alonso's been pretty good. You know, you got a lot of guys in this lineup who have been supremely inconsistent. You know, they get Cedric Mullins at the deadline, and Cedric Mullins is horrendous. He should not even be in the lineup anymore this year. It's been bad. It's just been a bad year for the Mets. They're playing completely uninspired for some reason. I don't know. I'm hoping like maybe they're just bored. Like I'm literally just hoping that it comes down to that they made a run last year. They're bored playing like a regular season again. That maybe they'll pick things up towards the end when things start. But like they just played the Reds this weekend in a series that meant a ton. They're playing the Phillies right now in another series that means a ton. And they are playing completely fucking uninspired. It's horrible. What about the Salt Lake City Elks? What about them? Who the hell is that? New pitcher who looked like a Cy Young and now going to be sent to the minors. I mean, Kodai Senga can't find the strike zone. The problem is he's walking too many guys. He's getting behind too many hitters. He had to go down and just find his strike zone again. Thoughts on Micah on the Packers? Didn't really play a lot. Like, I get it, he was on a pitch count. I think the Packers are very scary because of the fact that Micah Parsons didn't even play that much, and they still dominated the Lions. Like, absolutely, they completely dominated the Lions. Me, wide receiver 2. Will is not playing. Yeah. Well, you're probably not going to get out there. We'll see. Maybe we'll dress you for a game. Don't play. We buy and rename the Jets. No, we're not. I'm not moving the Jets. I would never do that. Thoughts on JJ quarterback play tonight? First half, he looked awful. You know, he threw that pick 6, and I thought he was just going to fall apart. I will say, I think there were some play. He made a really great throw on that touchdown to Justin Jefferson. That was an awesome throw. I feel like a lot of the throws were, wide open throws. I feel like the Bears' defense was pretty brutal. But he did what he had to do. J.J. McCarthy found a way to win. I was impressed. I didn't think much of J.J. McCarthy coming in. That's why I bet the Bears. The Bears should have won that game, but it is what it is. Last X, this one he's trying to come back after he got into a fight and just stopped talking to each other. But he also stated his own business to buy me a ring and said no one is better so far. That's probably the one you should give a chance to, but I don't know. I always think going back to an X is never a good idea. If I change my username, it's me, Xylus. What's going on, man? I don't know why it didn't pop up in the feed, but I see you there. What did you say? Hold on. I need to refresh chat real quick because it's not popping up. I think coaches should wear special football helmets so that... No, I don't think so. Josh Allen won me my matchup in one of my fantasy teams, and then the Vikings defense on my other team put the icing on the cake, so I won both matchups. I lost one of my matchups because of that screen pass Justin Jefferson caught at the end of the game. My other team is really good. I lost Xavier Worthy and still won by 40 points. My team is unbelievable in my one league. It is so good. I am so fired up for this year. Me and him stopped talking 4 years ago. I mean, if you were going to give one of them a shot, that's probably the one. But I still don't think giving an X a shot is never a good idea. It never ends up like becoming roses again. I don't. I would say don't do it. But to each their own. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Only one good reason to go back to an X. What is everybody... Oh, yeah. There we go. Shout out Al Snow. What a fucking reference. Dude, C. White, the best entrance in the history of wrestling is Al Snow at ECW. What is it? What was the event? The entrance with all the fucking heads was the best entrance of all time. I'll never have to worry about X's. Connor, you will. It'll happen. Don't sell yourself short, my man. Also, how about Mac Jones that every time he goes to a starting quarterback gets hurt somewhere at some point in the season? Where's Mac Jones now? I don't even know where Mac Jones is right now. Saturday Night Live sucks ass now? Yeah. Saturday Night Live is awful. You know what I feel really bad for? I hate that Cam Patterson is doing it because I like Cam Patterson a lot. I think SNL is going to totally ruin his whole thing. I think he is so fucking funny. I feel like he could do... I feel like all these guys on SNL now can do their own shit. Like, nobody needs SNL anymore. Like, there's so many platforms. There's so many ways to get yourself out there. I feel like Cam Patterson's one of those people that didn't need SNL. And, like, he's so fucking funny on his own. Like, genuinely, I could watch Cam Patterson talk about anything, and it kills me. He is so fucking funny. I hope SNL doesn't ruin all his momentum. Because he is so funny. Maybe it'll get him mainstream. Fight Night Frank, what's up, man? SNL is still pretty good. Not all of it's great. I hate SNL. I think it's awful now. SNL has like one good sketch every like 3 years. I think the last I think the last good one was the Beavis and Butthead thing where during the interview. I think that was the last good thing I saw. Fight Night Frank, how are we, my man? But I also got asked out by a guy who I known since I was 16 and he was 14 at the time we met. And my BFS boyfriend just asked me today if I want to... Jeez. Okay, so you got a lot going on. But you said you want to know where Mac Jones is. He's with the 49ers. I saw that. I saw the Niners. I didn't know that. Brock Purdy has a shoulder injury. That's another thing I didn't know. Learn something new every day. 8 games back, Frank. I am so fed up with the Mets. It's unbelievable to me. I've been saying since May. You guys have heard me since May say all the Mets have to do is play some inspired baseball. They'll be fine. I'm still fucking waiting on that. I'm still sitting here waiting for that to happen. It's unbelievable that a team that is that talented on paper can't just, go out there and start playing somewhat decent baseball for once. Bro, I lost my fantasy football week 1 and I lost a personal bet. Now I have to have 3 eyebrow slits. What the fuck? Dude, Frank, it's unbelievable, man. It's like they're so talented. Like the roster is so good. And it just doesn't make any sense that they go out there and it just seems like they're out there like they have to be out there every night. It's insane. And I'm just hoping that they're playing bored right now. Because what's crazy is they're playing terrible. The Mets are not playing good. It's a disaster. We're all sitting here in New York like, holy shit, like the Mets are terrible. They're going to sneak into the playoffs. They're still going to find their way in the postseason, which is, I think, a sign of a good team. I feel like something's going on in the locker room. I don't know what it is, Frank, but like, I agree with you. I absolutely think there's something going on in that locker room. And I don't know if I feel like it has something to do with like, Lindor and like the captaincy and shit. And like, I almost feel like maybe adding Juan Soto kind of like flipped some things upside down. And not in a bad way. Like, I don't think Juan Soto is the problem by any means. But it's one of those situations where like, Francisco Lindor is like the king of this organization, and I really feel like I feel like he's more the issue. Where he was supposed to be the captain, he was supposed to be the guy. They accidentally leaked the fucking video about Lindor being the captain. Like, I don't know if you saw that. And then now all of a sudden it went away. It's not happening. I almost feel like there's something going on where like maybe Lindor's upset with the organization or something. Like, when you get that massive contract like Lindor did, and then Juan Soto comes in and fucking dwarfs it, it's got to leave some bad taste. I don't know. Lindor's been weird all year. Soto could win the MVP. You could make a legitimate case for Juan Soto winning the MVP. He's not going to. It's going to be Shohei Ohtani. Schwarber has a better argument than Soto. Soto's having an MVP year. He's not been an issue whatsoever. Fucking Lindor's been rough all year. Pete Alonso's been solid. Like, there's just a lot of things going on behind the scenes that I wonder what it is. And I think Juan Soto coming out and saying basically Starling Marte is the leader in the clubhouse, that wasn't a good look. That's something I feel like Juan Soto is too brutally honest. I 100% agree. I think it's unintentional bullshit. I think it's just behind the scenes crap. Really. And I point at Francisco Lindor. I feel like he's been the one all year where it's like he doesn't seem focused out there. It almost feels like, it doesn't even feel like he wants to be out there. He's like just been awful. Like, for his standards, for Lindor's standards. But we'll see. Look, if the Mets sneak their way in the playoffs, hopefully they can put all this besides them. I've been saying all year, and I thought, who did they just have that like little scuffle with? Was it the No. The Marlins, was it? Or was it the Nationals? I forget. Whoever it was, I feel like it was the Marlins. The Mets were a team that needed a scuffle. Like, the Mets need a fucking brawl, like something, to bring this team together. I agree, bro. It's sad because they're such a good team. They really are. They're a talented roster, and it's just like it just doesn't seem like they want to play ball every night. Just awful. It's bad, but you know what? They get into the playoffs, anything can happen. They're not winning the division. I've been saying it all year. I've bet them to win the division 4 different times. It's just like, and look, I don't even think. I'm not going to sit here and praise the Phillies because I think the Phillies are doing their job. The Phillies are doing what they got to do. Do I actually think the Phillies are a better team than the Mets? On paper, no. But the Phillies are doing what they have to do. The Phillies are playing good baseball. They're playing with a sense of urgency that I've been dying to see the Mets have. And they don't have it. They literally always had the Phillies number. I fucking hate playing the Mets. I don't know what it is. The Mets play great against the Phillies all the time. And everybody else, it's like they don't want to be there. I have a crush on a girl and I went to ask her out. And I don't know if I should ask her out. Just talk to her first. Well, I'll get a feel for it. I always had to write a 7-page essay. That sucks. I seen a Reddit thread that was saying Soto fucked Lindor's wife. Yeah, I mean, Reddit's a crazy place. The thing about Reddit, though, Reddit, it could be equally crazy, and sometimes it breaks news that you never would have known. Giving up on about asking out my crush. You think the Mets on paper is better being completely unbiased? Here's what I'll say. Looking at the two rosters, the Phillies have a very clear advantage in terms of like the starting rotation. Even with Zach Wheeler down, like the Phillies still have a better rotation than the Mets. I think going into a playoff series, I would if the Mets and Phillies played each other in the playoffs, I don't think it would be a good matchup for the Mets because Luzardo, Sanchez, the Mets do not hit left-handed pitching well. And like that's two games right there where it's two lefties and Ranger Suarez too. Three. You load up the lefties against the Mets and it's dead. Like the Mets cannot hit left-handed pitching. They've never been able to do it. So do I think I think the Mets lineup I think the Mets have better top heavy guys in that lineup. Like I think Juan Soto on both rosters is the best player on either roster. I think it's Juan Soto, but like I wouldn't feel great about playing in a series against the Phillies. I wouldn't feel great about it. Do I think the Mets maybe could win? I do still think the Mets bullpen is better than the Phillies. I think like they've been underachieving, they've been underperforming. I think the Phillies have done a great job all year of shortening that bullpen. Like Matt Strom's been very good. Joan Duran's the real deal. The Phillies have done a great job of their starters getting to a point where they can just hand the ball off to Duran or hand their ball off to like Strom or Keckering. And David Robertson's been huge. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit much for me to say they're better on paper, but I think the Mets are a lot closer to the Phillies in the standings say. Phillies have just been a better team this year. They've been playing. They've been doing what they have to do. Oh, for sure, the bullpen is dog shit except for Strom and Duran. And even like David Robertson's been unbelievable since he came back. He looks like the same guy he's always been. That man doesn't age a day. So I'm already live a short life. Why? You don't say that. You're not going to live a short life. And yeah, dude, Christopher Sanchez, I hate to say it because I hate the Phillies. I don't think I like watching I don't think I like watching a starting pitcher more than I like watching Christopher Sanchez. He's so good, dude. He's unbelievable out there. His changeup's ridiculous. You know it's trouble when your top three starters are all rookies. Well, Nolan McLean's been unbelievable. Nolan McLean's been really good. Jonah Tong had a rough start. I don't think that would be their top three in the rotation. I think it would be McLean. It also depends on who the Mets would play. Like, I think with the Phillies, you'd have to load up like David Peterson, Sean Manaea, just because you want to get you want to be able to deal with like Schwarber and Harper. I think if they played a team like the Milwaukee Brewers, you know, the right-handed bats are a little bit more dangerous in that lineup. You probably load up like McLean, Tong, Sproat. Is there anything worse than eating Wendy's chili in Philly? Probably not. There's nothing worse than Wendy's chili, let alone in Philly. Chris Sanchez is absolutely amazing. Dude, I've been like talking about it with people. Christopher Sanchez, like his whole mechanical, his mechanical, like the way his body moves when he pitches is such a mind fuck to hitters. Like the timing's already off because he uses so much of his like arm. Like he's so long. And, like, he'll stride out, and then it'll take him another, like, 2 or 3 seconds for the ball. Like, not 2 or 3, but, like, there's, like, a big-time stop between, like, when he lands and when the ball comes out of his hands. That completely will fuck a hitter up. I think he's so good at messing with timing and shit before the pitch is even thrown. I've been talking to her for a year already, and I have some things in common with her. So I don't think it would hurt to even, like, try to talk about something like that. I think it's absolutely worth going for it, Will. Who knows? The longest a man has lived in my family is like 65. Well, damn. I'm sorry to hear that. My mom's side is like that. Well, listen, Connor, just take care of yourself. Take care of your health, man. What time we play tomorrow? I think 7:10. I'm not positive. What was it, 6:40 today? Maybe it's 6:40 again? I don't even know. I'm so uninspired by the Mets. Like, it used to be like every day I'd be looking forward to watching the Mets. Now I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll put the Mets on. Like, it's been so miserable lately. Like, I watch the Mets every night. I'm a glutton for punishment. Well, I'm starting to feel a bit a headache. What do you mean? Oh, feel a bit of a headache? Go to bed, Dark. Oh, it's only like 9:51 near you. Never mind. 6:45. All right. Yeah, I mean, not even really looking forward to it. He's the boss of the concrete crew. Yeah, listen. Connor, don't even say that, man. You know, you got so much to live for. You're so young. I wouldn't. Don't say that shit, man. I meant of not OG. Yeah, I know what you meant. I figured it out. I should have. I probably could have read that a little better. Probably could have figured that one out on my own. But Jey Uso heel turn is slowly coming, slowly but surely. It kind of happened tonight, didn't it? We got Ranger pitching. Great. So you could pencil him in for 8 innings of fucking one hit ball. The Mets cannot hit left-handed pitching at all. But honestly, guys, I'm probably not going to stay live very long tonight. I have to get up in the morning. I got a meeting tomorrow. Ice raid. What? I have a meeting tomorrow with I am feeling tired, but I also have to get up tomorrow. I have a meeting with I have to talk to my attorney tomorrow about my whole situation because I'm out for like a night, homie, and everyone. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna hop off. I have to go talk to my attorney tomorrow because I have a so basically like when you get hurt at work, there's like a whole settlement thing, and I gotta go talk to the attorney. So I gotta be up by like 7 a.m. What the hell did you do? I didn't do anything. No, I hurt. It's for my shoulder. It's a whole workers' comp thing. Like you have to have an attorney because like when you hurt something, like they do like a whole loss of function thing, and then you get paid out for how much you lost. So like I gotta go talk to her tomorrow, and it's my first meeting. We will. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm gonna try to do a live during the day tomorrow. I'm a little bit shot right now. So, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. I appreciate you guys all stopping by. I'm gonna go lay down.